Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Taylor. I'm going to take just a few seconds to walk you through the content and the navigation of the content for Module 2, just to ensure everyone knows where to go and how to get through the content that's published here. It is somewhat lengthy. I'm going to give everyone some extra time here to make their way through this content. There are lots of videos to watch, a lot of quote brushing up to do if it's been some time since you've had an English course. So think of this particular module as bridging the gap between your undergrad experience and grad experience and giving you a firm foundation for what you need to continue at the graduate and professional level. The module checklist follows here. I've put together somewhat of a prescriptive step-by-step process to follow through the content. However, if you look at the content pages, you'll find it's fairly self-explanatory and intuitive. You'll have your introductory video that you're watching here. Module page 1 and 2 are the main content pages of the module. An extra document, an evaluation of understanding quiz, and then a written assignment. So 2 assignments, 2 pages, and an additional document to look at. You will not have any reading included in this module. I'm giving you all an extra week or so to secure the 2 required course texts. However, they will be required in order to submit all future assignments starting next week. So make sure you start working on a plan to get those ASAP. The first page of module content is course preparation and software downloads. This particular page will include instructions for how you download the fully licensed version of Microsoft Word and the Microsoft Office suite that you get for free by virtue of being a Wingate University student via MyGate. Idea to go ahead and take a look at this, even if you think you already have the fully licensed version of Word, because 9 times out of 10, when I start reviewing your documents, I find that most students do not have the full version of Word. So take a look at this, download that. I also recommend downloading the full Microsoft Office suite if you don't already have it, or if it's not in the default programs for your device. It's free. You might as well install it. It will be helpful at some point later in your graduate career. Underneath that, we have some videos that I've pulled from undergraduate courses. These are all topics and lecture videos that I perceive to be absolute prerequisites to success, to research and navigating documents and style guides and the research process. These are all from the undergrad level. However, if it's been a few years since you've had an English course, or if you've never maybe had a research course, it's also intended for those of you who may not have had one-on-one instruction and feedback from a professor in your undergraduate career. This section is for you. Also, alternatively, this section is for those of you who may have had a course and it's been a few months. Maybe you don't feel as confident in the courses you've taken at the undergrad career. They may have been slightly peripheral to you at the time. So, long story short, these concepts and these videos are for everyone. Make sure that you ignore any assignments that are in this video. I put a disclaimer up here. Refer to these videos for content only. It's going to cover an introduction to academic writing, common grammar mistakes, what we refer to as a critical analytical framework, or how you take an overall meta level idea and break it down into subcomponents so that you may evaluate them against one another. Developing and narrowing ideas in focus. This is important video here. All of your assignments in this course must be formatted in APA style guide, American Psychological Association style guide. All of your assignments must be APA compliant moving forward. So this video walks you through how to build from scratch in Microsoft Word a template for all of your assignments with your cover page, your references section, how you format your paragraph and line spacing, etc. It's a very particular set of parameters, and your assignments are either going to be compliant or they're not. So this video walks you through how to do that on a basic level. If you've never worked with APA Style Guide before, we have some videos that walk you through making attributions or citing your sources as it's commonly known in this particular style guide, and then 2 videos down here that embark on the onset of ideas regarding research and inquiry. So, research as an idea, as a theoretical concept. What does the process look like? How do you develop research questions and a research strategy? So, all of these videos together will kind of gear you for success as a starting point for graduate and professional level research. The main module content page 2 is Introduction to Graduate Level Writing, Research, and Inquiry. Consider this to be the first content for the IPE course. Everything else is just getting you prepared, getting your software downloaded, etc. This is your first actual lecture videos at the graduate level. This is going to give you the introduction to graduate discourse and inquiries. You can think of this as just the research process at the grad level. There are 4 main videos here. Ensure to take notes as necessary. There are 4 other shorter videos, and then 1 video here that goes into detail regarding the nature of graduate academic writing, but also an introduction to the literature review, which is going to be the overall concept and main objective of the course in the end. There is another document here, prohibited elements and important considerations. Go ahead and print or save this. These are all of the rules and points of emphasis for all of your writing, all of your assignments as we move forward, things you cannot do. One big bullet point here to point out is you will never use personal pronouns such as me, you, us, we, our, I, your, my, mine, etc., unless it's in a direct quote. You will never refer to yourself and what you think personally or in a subjective manner, so you will never refer to the audience as you, we, our. You're always going to separate yourself and operate from a completely objective lens. You're always going to write in third person. You're going to write in more impactful and complex sentences. Everything must be formatted correctly. There will be no contractions in academic writing. All of this is worrisome now. Don't worry. When you get your initial writing packet from me, I'm going to point all of these things out and show you some examples of how you can avoid those things. But for now, it's a good idea to go ahead and save this document or print it so you have it ready for when you start reviewing any assignments you submit from this date moving forward. Finally, there are 2 assignments for the module. There's a quiz due by 2/2 by 11:59 Eastern. It is weighted as 3 daily, weekly assignments. It's going to show up 3 times in the grade book with the same grade. You can only take it once. You will see all questions. All questions will populate on the quiz once you start it. You have 180 total minutes from the start time. It will lock you into the browser when you go to take this quiz. So there are some setup steps that you'll have to go through for Respondus. So make sure you try to start this quiz a little early. It's going to make you download the software for Respondus. You're going to have to show your quiz environment via your camera. You're going to have to take this quiz on a device with a webcam. You can take it on an iPad, although it's recommended that you complete the quiz on a computer device. Finally, there is a writing assignment, an analysis of my research domain, where you're going to answer some questions regarding what you think right now may be your most solid bet for your research interest in professional sports. So what do you think you would want to research? What topic? What concept? And we will narrow this down later. This is just some initial kind of vetting questions that'll help us figure out if your idea is doable, if it's feasible. Try to think of something that's applicable to you and what you want to do in your career, maybe something that is congruent with your track in the MASM program or what maybe you will declare as your track later. So that's something in the realm of sport marketing, athletic administration or compliance or coaching. So those are the 2 assignments. That is Module 2. So again, a lot of content. Make sure you secure your textbooks for next week. Let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is an online course, so the way by which you compile your notes is completely up to you. Just know that when you take quizzes and modules within IPE 520, you're not going to be able to have your notes available. You're going to have to be locked into your browser. We use facial recognition software as part of the quiz proctoring service. So the camera will monitor and flag if you're looking to the side, if you step away, and when we review the video thereafter, we'll be able to see all those flagged items, anything that's suspicious when you're taking the quiz itself. So make sure you're prepared for the quiz. You take your notes, you study those notes, and then make sure you're prepared as necessary. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm here. I look forward to working with you all in the near future. You all will be receiving your initial writing packets back in the next week. Just bear with me because it does take some time to provide feedback at the level that's necessary. You'll get those back from me. And then what we'll do in the next few weeks is we'll start scheduling our first initial research consultation sessions, which are required. I will meet with all of you one-on-one, and we will start working on the building blocks of a research plan and design for your particular research interest. You all have a great weekend. Let me know if you have any questions.